Hello and welcome everyone. So I'm going to do a video here on viruses just so everyone has a much understanding explanation. I know a lot of you may already know the basics, but I'm just going to cover that here very briefly, and then I'm going to move on forward with this video on what needs to be done. So basically, viruses are microscopic parasites, generally much smaller than bacteria. However, they lack the capacity to thrive and reproduce outside of a host body. So they need something to be inside of in order to basically copy itself over and over and over, kind of like a copy machine when you put a piece of paper on there and you want to copy it 1,000 or 10,000 times. That's what they need as a host. And there's many types of viruses, and you can't really see them because they're very, very small. So who can a virus infect? Well, it can affect animals and even plants. And yes, I'm showing you the food chain, but viruses are also in the chain as well. Remember, they need a host in order to be effective, to not only reproduce, but to copy itself over and over and over. And this will involve plants as well as maybe one of these animals, or it could be all of these animals if they can get through the defense of what the animal has to protect itself. Remember, humans have what's called an immune system. And an immune system is the barrier protection to allow the virus not to get inside and replicate. Okay? So it's not just the virus comes up and gets inside very quickly. It's going to take a series of events in order to do that for the virus to get inside and be able to start reproducing. So how do you heal a virus? A lot of people are taught and they're told that viruses are very difficult to kill. And the unfortunate part is that you really cannot kill a virus. And you need to take the steps to basically help to stop the replication of the virus, so the body can actually use its own mechanisms to heal itself through detoxification. And this is not something that is going to be very easy for a lot of people. And they need to understand and have the right tools in order to do that, since there are many different types of viruses, which I'll get into here shortly. So now I'm going to show you some of the different types of viruses that are out there. And remember, there are many different types, well and above and beyond these ones. These are just examples. And this is just going to give you a basic illustration. And if you have a sexually transmitted disease versus maybe the flu, these are obviously very different types of viruses, as you can see how they look and what is basically protecting them from, for example, using an antibiotic, which is very ineffective on a virus. Those are very effective on bacteria. And this video, again, is just about information that I have learned that has helped me personally. Once again, this is not medical advice for a specific virus or a specific illness, so keep that in mind. But this information is very important since we are all mammals and humans. Just some of us will heal slower or faster than others based on the constitution of their body. Some are very strong. Some have like basically what's called a weaker constitution. Okay, so again, these are some of the different types of viruses, and the detoxification process could work as well for an STD or basically the flu. And the flu is going to come on quicker than, for example, the herpes virus. The time frame on getting rid of a virus needs to really depend on the type of virus it is and how strong the constitution of your body is based off of Chinese medicine, whether it's a weak constitution all the way up to a strong constitution. Stronger meaning you would heal faster with the right tools I'm going to show you here now. So what are the tools needed in order to heal your virus? Well, it's not going to be tools that you're going to use to actually change or remodel your home or fix something. They're going to be a little bit different types of tools. Tool number 1 will be wild oregano oil. This is just one example, and the links will be below this video in the About section if you would like to learn more about this type of product. What this is, wild oregano comes from the Mediterranean and is a very high quality oregano oil that is going to be the most effective undiluted, meaning it's not put together with a carrier oil such as olive oil or anything that is going to dilute the product. This should be taken with about, I would say, 1 to 3 drops in about 3 to 4 ounces of water. You could do more in the beginning, up to 8 ounces. And you're going to put those drops in. You're going to use a little bit of plain coconut oil on your lips because the product is quite strong. And then you'll go ahead and you can stir that in the however many ounces of water you choose to use, whether it's 4 to 8 ounces or even as low as a few ounces. And then you're going to take that 2 to 3 times daily if you have, for example, any type of very fast-acting viral infection, such as common cold, flu, maybe you're feeling something in your stomach, you feel some pain, you want to take that right away. This is what's going to help. This is tool number 1. Tool number 2 is going to be antioxidants. And these are some of the most powerful antioxidants in the world, but you don't have to use specifically each one of these. As you can see, oregano oil is on there. Actually, oregano, but oregano oil is actually from the Mediterranean. The wild oregano is going to be a little more powerful, and it's going to be, as you can see, something that's going to be very important. And that doesn't mean you just load up on dragon's blood or astaxanthin or any of these. This is just going to give you an example that antioxidant should come from your diet. So there's also foods that you want to consume as well, and these are mainly going to be plant-based foods that are going to be the most effective and are going to give you the most benefits. So keep that in mind. You definitely want to have these antioxidants in your diet, and you want to be using these on basically a daily basis. I mean, if you're just using them once a week, it's not going to do anything. So you definitely want to have a very good diet. Tool number 3 is the sun. The sun is very, very important. And if you live in an area that is full of ice or snow and you're not getting a lot of sun, you may want to talk to your doctor and look into a vitamin D supplement. But if you have access and the sun is shining as it's showing in this picture, or it's even coming down here and you can see it through the clouds, this is something that you want. You want to have vitamin D. And this is crucial for humans, plants, animals, pretty much anything out on this particular planet that is living. Birds, everything is going to need this. So you really want to make sure that you're getting enough vitamin D. If you're getting the sun and you're light-skinned, you might only need 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. If you have darker, you're going to need to go longer. It could be 30 minutes to 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. And you want to do this at least 3 times a week if you can do so. So keep that in mind, since the vitamin D will activate from the sun hitting the skin. So I always personally go out in the sun, and I, of course, never use sunblock because I don't want to block the rays of the sun to block the vitamin D that is, again, made from the body's skin from the sun's rays hitting it. So keep that in mind. So however you do that is up to you. That's just the way I personally do that. Tool number 4 is clean water. Not just any type of water, such as tap water that comes basically from your kitchen sink. That is not the type of water that is clean. Here's an example of an artesian water, which is from 16,000 BC. Yes, it's old water. It's been below about 1,800 feet in the surface, so it's been untouched by man. It's in an aquifer. And I did this video back on June 26th. I believe this water is better than Fiji. And this is BPA free, so it doesn't have the bromine and the estrogen and things like that in the packaging. Now, this particular water is not the only one that's out there. I just want people to understand that. This is just another one I started using a few months ago that I personally have found. But you can find other ones. Just look for the BPA-free packaging. Look for some type of unique packaging like this one has, where it doesn't come in a plastic bottle. It's some type of really unique packaging which doesn't have the chemicals in it. And that's very important on top of the good water. So once again, avoid the tap water for clean water. So there you have it, folks. Those are all the things that you need to really know the basics, along with the tools and other tips. I'm ending this video just showing you here my channel, Mr. Healer, which has some other videos and other tips that may help you as well. I should say they will definitely be an added benefit. And this is something that you can just go ahead and incorporate and just, again, let the body do what it needs to do. Just give it what it needs and keep moving forward. Thank you so much, folks. Wish you all the best. Bye-bye.